Have a happy, holly, jolly Christmas. I'm back at it again with my festive gear. It's Olivia, your Savvy Social Pro, and welcome to day two of our author chats featuring all the amazing authors of the latest book release from Mila Johansson and co-authors, The Stories of Us. And this is such a wonderful book collaboration project. We are in a much more intimate group. There's about 6 or 7 of us, and we came together over the course of the last 12 weeks in a writing program, writing and publishing and learning how to do many new skills ourselves. And so it's just a very intimate writing group, and we all get to know each other's stories. And this is a special type of writing too, focused on the memoir. And so I'm so pleased today to invite one of my favorite colleagues, LaDonna McAbee. So she and I, you've seen often together, and so thrilling to see her transformation this year as she takes on these writing journeys. And so please join us if you're watching us in our Facebook group, if you're watching us on LinkedIn, YouTube, Twitter, engage with us, comment, and interact with us. And you're in for a special treat as LaDonna and I are teaming up again today. And say hello to us. So let us know where you're watching us from. And the focus of today's interview will be about choices and consequences. So have you ever stopped to think about, choices that you make and the consequences that come of it? And that is a major theme, I would say, of LaDonna's chapter. The Black Cloud Begins. And so it's a very ominous title. We're going to get to talk to her a little bit about how she came up with that title and how this story is a continuation of what she started in the Cinderella monologues. So please put your hands together and welcome LaDonna McAbee. Hello, LaDonna.
Hey, Olivia. Thank you so much for having me here today. I'm always thrilled to be with you.
Likewise, I missed you, my friend. We used to be together all the time, but you have just taken off and spread your wings. And I'm so happy to see that, despite everything that's going on for you, you're still keeping your mojo up. You're still doing Throwback Thursday. So I'm really, really proud of you.
Thank you so much. And, this writing has been a real journey. It has been a wonderful journey.
And I know you were hesitant at the beginning when I first approached you the idea about the Cinderella monologues. And look at you now, you're on a roll. So not only have you have the Cinderella monologues, you have Live Life and Wow. And now we have the Stories of Us. So you're a 3-time published author in this year alone, LaDonna. How do you do it?
I just, you know what? Once I started, it became easy. I have so much more I want to write and so many more stories I want to tell. And you know what? Writing my stories, the best of the best, is if I can help at least one person. And that's my journey. That's my writing, is helping others, letting others know they're not alone.
And I've really come to appreciate your story because it's a little bit of American history in there, with your family coming from generations of cotton pickers, and to see you now in sort of the 21st century and raising your grandkids and really taking an environmental stance. It's so important for you through your business, homesweethometreasures.net, to save Earth one landfill at a time. Talk a little bit about that mission of yours and how it ties into your business and why it's so important for you.
I feel like, we only get one Earth. We don't get another one. We can't order another one from Amazon or anywhere else. So this is our only Earth. So I feel like it's my job to do whatever I can for my children and my grandchildren and their children to save the Earth one landfill at a time, keeping everything out of the landfill as long as we can, by reusing, repurposing, reducing, recycling. And, I'm always coming together to give ideas and suggestions. And even on the website, homesweethometreasures.net, you will find information there about how to help save the Earth.
I love it. I love it that you have such a big heart, that you're thinking about future generations, even long after you, Bryson, your grandson, and, the kids that he may have, and this one Earth that we have to cherish. And thinking about your story too, we talk a lot about choices and consequences. So the choice that we make today, right? The decision to buy used or previously loved items to recycle, that's going to have some major consequence.
Absolutely. I mean, if we don't chip in and do our part of saving the landfills, this earth is going to be horrific in a way that we can't utilize it the way we should by reducing and recycling and reusing and upcycling. You know, we talk about it all the time, but you can't just talk about it. You have to do it. And I hear people all the time talk, 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 but you can't just talk the story. You have to do your part, even if it's just a little bit at a time, you know, and every area is a little bit different how you can do it and when you can do it and where you can do it, but you can do it. Everything can be done. You just have to reinvent yourself and think outside the box sometimes.
Indeed. And we got Cheryl Bashan commenting in from LinkedIn. Thank you so much, Cheryl, for catching our live stream and commenting today. So she totally agrees with repurposing and recycling. If you're looking for ideas on how to repurpose, we highly recommend you, Cheryl, to check out LaDonna's homesweethometreasures.net. I hear you've got some crafting items now too on the website. You've made a whole
I
new
do.
tab.
Yes. You know, crafting is another way that you can repurpose and recycle and reuse different items. And we even have free patterns that you can go on. Like for Thanksgiving, we did a turkey. And you can just print it out if you want and then just trace around it, cut around it, or whatever. And it's just some really great ideas to do with yourself or with the kiddos. And, you know, make decorations together, spend time together with your family.
Excellent. And I was so touched when I was reading your chapter about the first choice you had to make about this going to Germany or not with your husband. Do you think about that moment a lot?
I do. I do because, you know, I think we all say, man, what if I would have done that? Or what if I would have done that? I mean, we all have those times in our lives. But you know what? I would have never wanted to leave his side. I just wouldn't. That was just, we bonded very young, and now we've grown old together and we're still bonded. And I tell you, when the Army told him he would not have to go overseas since he was only in for a short time, we were really almost devastated when we got those orders. But you know, you don't argue with the Army. You do what the Army tells you to do, or consequences are really great. you know, and not in a good way. So of course we went, and I went the very same time he did. And you know, most wives don't do that, but we didn't have children at the time. If we would have had a child, I may have had to reevaluate that decision, but I didn't, you know. So I went on the same airplane he did, arrived in Germany at the same time, and, you know, just stayed in a guest house, which is a hotel over there, you know. So yeah, it was, it was pretty awesome. I wished I would have been a little older when I went to Germany. I probably would have appreciated even more.
What has been one of your fondest memories of Germany? I mean, here you are, have never even barely left the US. I think you moved from Arkansas to one state over, Texas, and now you're in Germany. So what was that like?
You know what? It was my very first, you know, I got married. I graduated high school and got married and started college and moved to Texas all in the same month of May. So it was pretty amazing that I accomplished those things. But I wanted to get some classes done before nursing school started in August, and I did. And, you know, when we went to Germany, you asked the fondest memories. I loved traveling in Germany. I loved it. I we went and seen, I think, so many castles, and I love Black Forest. I loved the Black Forest, all the cuckoo clocks and the big trees, and it was pretty amazing. And we had our first daughter there, and that was pretty amazing too. We planned to have a daughter, well, a child while we were there. But yes, and it was pretty amazing being there and in the German economy and having a baby. And it's amazing, and it's a story she tells all the time. I was born in Germany. But we did love traveling. There was some things that we didn't like so well. He was gone, Mark was gone a lot, and out doing things that soldiers do. And most of the time, we never knew where he was or when he was coming home. But Misty and I were always there with open arms to when he came home. It was amazing.
I know. It's incredible the choice that you made, to have this whole life. Like you have literally turned around generations with this one decision to move and follow your husband.
To come from a family that started as far back as I can tell, cotton pickers. My grandparents on both sides were cotton pickers, and when I say cotton pickers, by hand, not by a machine, by hand. They were very poor, um, undereducated, didn't have a lot of money, didn't live in big houses, but they always ate. Food was always available. That's one thing they always made sure of. And to go from there to where I'm at now has been a complete turnaround. Not to say it was easy, it was not. I had a lot of struggles and mountains and hills and valleys, but that's okay. It makes us a better, smarter person. It does, even though we don't know it.
I think it's just an amazing example in this day and age for your grandchildren. Like you've not stopped learning, you've not stopped growing and teaching them a few things here and there.
Well, and you know what, Olivia, what's amazing is that especially since I've been writing, because that's another huge mountain that I've had to climb. And my daughters really cannot believe that I am writing. And not just one chapter, but three chapters in the last 6 months. And they just can't believe that I have stretched out and decided to do that, because, all they've heard is that Daddy and I are ready to retire. But that doesn't mean I have to quit writing.
Oh, the stories you can tell, just, coming from the pandemic and how you've changed your business and all the things that you're involved in now. Cheryl here is wishing you good luck, and it's all awesome. But it's awesome to be in this time of change. And why not? Why not take advantage of opportunities that are coming at you? So, see, and so it's you're again an inspiration to your kids and to your grandkids that there's opportunity there.
Absolutely.
Want to do it, so can they, right?
That's right. I tell them all the time, you can do whatever you want to do. You just have to make the right choices, and you will make some bad ones on the way. I don't care how good of a person, how smart you are, you just make some bad choices. You just don't know what the outcome will be sometimes, but you have to go for whatever it is that your heart is telling you to do. And when you came to me about writing, I'm like, I was one of those scholars. If my English teachers, we called them English teachers then, they call them reading teachers now, but back then they were all English teachers. And unless you were in a reading environment. And if they could see me now, they would never, ever believe that I could write, because I was not a good student back then. I learned very slowly. I was in all the kind of special reading classes. They would say verbs and adverbs and nouns, and my head would spin. I think it would just spin. But you know what? I never gave up. And I think that's probably the main thing I have to say today is don't give up. Do not give up. I tell my children, my two girls, all the time, and I've told them that all their lives, I want you to be smarter. I want you to be more educated. I want you to drive nicer cars, live in nicer houses, make more money than I've ever made. But there's one thing you'll never have over me, and that's the wisdom that life has given me. Living is a learning experience.
Your whole life is a laboratory, right? And it's experimenting and learning. And, kudos to you because now you've captured those lessons in writing. So even if they may not hear it now, it's like that in one ear, out the other, you've got documents to back it up. You've got books and chapters to back it up. Everything that you've taught them and said to them.
Exactly.
So, well, I've got a little surprise for you. I've been asking everyone for pictures, and I know how busy you have been to pull up pictures, but we do have a photo album, and I want to bring this up on the screen and have you talk about them. So here we go.
Oh, okay. Now
LaDonna's
remember,
like,
this
I
is a
don't know.
surprise. I have no idea what picture she came up with.
So here we go.
All right.
Look at that.
Oh, yes. That was one of our date nights just a few months ago. We went to the German restaurant. Absolutely. Me and Big Daddy wouldn't want to do life without him.
See, and so Big Daddy refers to Mr. Mark McAbee and your high school sweethearts. And
Yes.
I remember reading your chapter. This was a double date. Your friend wasn't allowed to go on a date unless you went along, and you did not want to meet this guy. You're like, I do not want to meet this guy. I don't know why I'm meeting this guy. I do not want to meet him. And here you are.
Well, blind dates are usually doesn't turn out that well, but here this guy shows up at the doorstep to meet me, and I'm like, oh, okay, I guess I can go. I guess I can go to the church social with him for Valentine's Day. Sure. And here we are. And I remember my friend Kelly. We went to Germany and came back. We already had a baby, and she goes, and I met up with her, and she goes, I didn't tell you to marry him. I just want you to go on a date.
Well, that one date, as your choice would have it, consequented in 39 years. Happy 39-year anniversary.
Yes, we're going to do in May, will be 40 years. That's a big one. I don't know what we'll do, but we'll do something.
Looking forward to it. That's awesome. And I think this is Marilyn Atterbury commenting. I love how you're living legacy for your family. Living a legacy, not just leaving one. That's key. Yours is an exciting and inspiring adventure and learning. Indeed. I think that's well said. So thank you so much.
I love how she said adventure. I love that. I'm going to utilize that, Marilyn. Thank you.
And one thing I would have to say, I think there's another book coming out for you, LaDonna, about secrets of staying married. And one of the things that I love about your relationship with Mark is that you go on date nights, and it's like a religious thing. Like you never miss a date night. I don't think.
No, I mean, I may have to move it an hour here or an hour there, but I feel like date nights are important. I'm away from everybody else, away from the house, away from the environment. Just go be yourselves.
Just go be yourselves. Maybe go be yourselves as if you were teenagers again, right?
Exactly.
And look at these next group of photos I've got for you.
Oh, so that is Christy's wedding, and Missy's standing beside her, and my granddaughter, which is Christy's daughter, is standing behind her, and then me and Big Daddy. That was a really beautiful day. That was a beautiful day. And then, oh, my bride with the little kisses. Bryson is Christy's 3-year-old now. Her and James, and he is very special in our hearts. There's 10 years difference between him and his sister, so 10 years difference between any of the other grandchildren. And then my treasure hunting helper, my boo boo, she is like my support dog. She has her support tags and every paperwork, everything. She pretty much goes everywhere with Mark and I.
I love it. Marilyn says, you are an adventure yourself. I think that's very true, Marilyn, of LaDonna. And her adventures have gotten her into some trouble. She broke her wrists.
Yes.
Finally got the cast off, LaDonna. I'm so happy for you.
Yes, it's finally healing. I only wear it now when I'm going out in public in case something, somebody hits it or something. But yeah, I'm so glad, just in time for my back surgery.
Which is on Thursday after our launch. Like,
Just, but you know what? A lot of things have went on this year. Good, not so good, great, positive. And I just, you know what? I'm keeping my mojo. I'm just keeping my mojo going. Everything will be fine. It's just another ripple in the ocean. Just move on.
I have to commend you because your beautiful is family. Your family is so beautiful. You know, you've raised two amazing daughters. I know you've got four grandkids, but I think you talk about Bri the most. So it's the only picture I found.
You know what? The other three are 17, almost 15, and 14 and a half. They don't like getting their pictures taken anymore.
No
So
wonder I couldn't
it's all
find
about
any.
Bye. He still lets me love on him, hug him, hold him, and he will literally pose for your pictures.
That's awesome. So yeah, so Bri forever, even though you have other grandkids. So not to make them
They're
feel.
all special in their own way. It's
Yeah,
just whatever we're doing, whatever, and pictures are not the others' forte. They're just not doing it.
excellent. And I know how much you love scrapbooking, so this is my way of like scrapbooking for you, digital.
That's beautiful. I just love how you went and searched and picked out the pictures that you did.
You're welcome, LaDonna. I'm always looking out for you.
I know you are. Oh, how good it is to have great friends. And you know what? Olivia and I've never met in person. It's all been online. And I feel like she's a sister. She's just always there for me.
Well, I'm happy. I'm happy to share, knowledge and resources with you. I've learned a lot from you too, just by us working together alone this year, and just so happy that you took me up on this crazy offer to write your story, and you flourish. I think you really helped to unburden, right? I think you were carrying this weight, and it's showing up obviously because now you're going for like back surgery, so you're really unburdening now.
I'm getting I'm refreshing. I'm just
I like that.
refreshing myself, mind, body, and soul. And I just hope that again that I can help others maybe by reading or listening or letting me come and talk with them that I can help them refresh, help them learn, help them get some things off of their hearts and chests that they need to get. You're not alone. No matter what it is going on in your life, you're never alone. There's always somebody else that's been through it.
That's well said, LaDonna. I think that's very well said, and so appreciate you for wanting to share. Some very vulnerable parts of the story. You're gonna have to buy the book. You're gonna have to buy the book to read the rest of it and to learn about adventures of Sissy and Bubba, and to see that amazing trajectory of it's possible to change your life around. And it just starts with
Absolutely.
one decision, maybe one fateful day at a time.
When you come from a life under the black cloud, you have to take one day at a time. And I literally did feel like I was born under this black cloud. And you know what? Me and Bubba have been through a lot. We sure have. And because we were the oldest, so
Do you feel like you're still under that black cloud now?
you know what? No. I mean, I guess we're all under um a little bit of sprinkles every once in a while, but not all the thunder and storms like it used to be, just waiting for the next storm.
I like that. Okay. So it's a blue cloud now with some
Yes,
sprinkles.
with some sprinkles. We all have some sprinkles here and there, Um, it's just life. It's life, It's we're blessed to be living in this world. I know some days it doesn't feel like it, but look at it. We have our freedom. I can eat every day. I have clothing. I have the love of my children and my grandchildren and my husband. And, it just go with it. Live life. It's all about the journey.
I love that, especially around such an important reminder around this holiday time. To be grateful, not for, to be grateful with the things that you have, and not for the things that you're wanting.
I don't even think about it. You know what? If a convertible Corvette pulls up in the driveway today, I would not say no. But I don't have to have it. I don't have to have it. It's not even a bucket list thing. It's not even a dream. But when I see one drive by me, it does look pretty. But I wouldn't want that car payment at my age. Woo! It's, you know.
Awesome, LaDonna. I'm so happy we had this time to chat with you. And in closing, tell everyone what your Mojo stands for, because I know you always come up with a fun acronym for those letters, MOJO. So, what does
Yes.
it stand for you today?
My favorite M word, I think, is motivation with Mojo, is you have to motivate yourself and the people around you. And O's are always hard for me, but there's always obstacles in your life. Work around those obstacles, work through those obstacles. Don't scare yourself over them, don't fear them, just go for it because there's obstacles every day with everyone. Um, and then J. When I think of J, I always think of jump. I don't know why. It's just jump. Jump at your glory, jump at your smiles and your happiness, jump for the reason of just being alive. And I'm not talking about jumping up and down with your feet. I'm talking about jumping with your heart, the way your stomach feels, your smiles, your attitude. Just jump and do it. If you have the feeling that you need to do something, go do it. And then you have another O. And let's see, what would the other O? I'm trying to think of my favorite O's because I have so many. Um, Objections. Do not take your objection out of content. So many people want to dramatize the objections. Don't do that. Just if it's an objection that has to be solved, solve it. You know, if it's something that's going to make you happy, then go do it. If it's something that you need to deal with someone else, go deal with it. You know, that's just the way I feel about mojo. If you will do all of those things, you will keep your mojo in check. There will be no more finding it. It will just be there every morning when you wake up.
I love that, LaDonna. That's a new one. So we've got it on the screen for you, so you guys can all write it down. Mojo today stands for motivation, overcoming obstacles, jump for joy, and objections. Don't take them too personally. And LaDonna, we have such an amazing community of writers. We're so blessed to have Marilyn. She's on the screen. And she says this: I have a feeling that the results of your up and coming surgery will bring rays of sunshine into any time that dark cloud circles around in the future. And she loves you jumping with your heart.
Yes, Marilyn. You know what? Marilyn is a super duper person to get to know. We've just gotten to know her the last few months, and she's great. So far, she's just brought joy to every meeting that we've had, and I love reading her chapters. All of our chapters are great, all of them.
Exactly. There's always a new story right around the corner. Just when we think we're done, there's always something that comes up, a new memory, a new detail that we forgot to mention and
And
have to
Cindy,
continue.
just start. Everyone can write. You don't think you can, but you can. Just start. Now I want to write all the time, all the time. If I could, I would. But, you still have your other duties in life to take care of also.
Indeed, indeed. So we hope that you enjoyed getting to know LaDonna McAbee again for this third time around. And please continue the conversation with us. If you're catching this on replay, we'd love to interact with you. And again, join us for the launch on Wednesday. We're having a very special Zoom celebration launch. It's going to be happening at 8 p.m. Eastern Time, and all the details of that will be in our Facebook group. So we're going to show you the Facebook group link here. Yesterday there was a typo, but we fixed it today. So yes, you will be able to find us under the public Facebook group. It's Stories of Us Authors, and that's the group name. And you're all invited to join. I think LaDonna's got some amazing giveaways and prizes that she's going to make available. We're going to do Spin the Wheel. You'll get to meet all of our authors and just be in a time of celebration with us and help us jump for excitement. Help us jump through the Amazon ratings. That's even better.
Yes.
We'd love for you to come celebrate with us and hear the amazing stories. And this memoir is for you. It's to show you that anything is possible in life. So,
Yes.
excellent.
Come and help us be number one. That's what we want. That's what we need. That's why we do this. We want to be number one. These launch parties are great to help us do that.
Yes, we want to be number one in Amazon. We want to be number one in your hearts. And we want to be number one this holiday season.
Yes, and share us with others. You never know when someone else needs to read one of our chapters.
Exactly. All right, LaDonna. Well, good luck on the surgery. Well, I'll see you again for our launch, but we will be sending you lots and lots of different prayers for this upcoming surgery. And like Marilyn says, hopefully it will just, help you become a new energetic person, refreshed and energetic.
Yes. Yes. All right. Thank you, everyone. Thank you so much for having me, Olivia.
Oh, Marilyn, I declare us all women with mojo. Yes, we deserve it. All right, LaDonna, take care. We'll see you soon.
All right. Bye-bye. Bye-bye, everyone.
Oh, there's Boo Boo in the background.
Yes.